The issue I have chosen to discuss is Bring Your Own Device, BYOD. This is a very controversial issue for many schools. Some schools don't want to take the risk, and other schools have gone completely BYOD. It is an interesting issue to think about and to weigh the pros and cons of. Some schools and teachers think it is a distraction to kids when they are using their personal devices, while other teachers think it is a positive thing when students use their personal devices at school. My personal opinion fluctuates on this issue. I think older students could handle a BYOD policy more than younger students. Older students should know what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. I think a BYOD policy should look a little different with younger students, though. I think this because younger students may not fully be aware of what digital citizenship is yet. They may not know some of the implications that come with a BYOD classroom yet. For example, something they thought that was harmless could really get them into a lot of trouble. Younger students may not know these things yet. I think a BYOD classroom can be really beneficial because students would be using technologies that they are familiar with outside of the school. I think this would help bridge the gap between school and home. If rules are set up correctly and students are trained on what is acceptable and what isn't, I feel that a BYOD classroom is a positive avenue to take. In our reading this week, Oler talked about how digital citizenship really depends on what kind of people we want our students to become. If we want our students to be prepared for the future, then the type of citizenship we teach them has to be based on future needs. The impact this issue has on education is huge. Since technology is ever changing and evolving, having a BYOD classroom will help train students with different technologies they may use in their future. I think it can impact education because students are more engaged when they get to use their own devices, and they are motivated to do things they wouldn't normally do with a paper and pencil. I am pro BYOD classrooms. BYOD classrooms in schools can increase improvement of digital skills for students and teachers, as well as increase the opportunity for individual communications across different technology mediums. Students will also see that digital skills develop rapidly. Since technology will undoubtedly be involved in every kid, having opportunities in the classroom to use technology is a positive move for their future. Children also are more motivated to finish their work when using technology devices. Some strategies and solutions to resolve some issues presented would be ongoing professional development for teachers throughout the school year and helping them with the learning curve involved with a BYOD classroom. Schools should adopt a learning management system so students can be familiar with it throughout their entire schooling. Another good thing would be to have the tech department set restriction on school media based on the school's policy. This will help some of the off-task behavior and distractions students have come across. I think blocking social media and other websites students can communicate on will help the teachers believe in a BYOD classroom. However, the teachers that are really advanced and up to date with BYOD classrooms may be a little discouraged if all social media outlets are blocked. Some teachers want to use these mediums in their classrooms because that is what kids are familiar with. I think this will always be an issue that schools will battle. My two questions that I have for my classmates are, as a teacher, should you include social media into your implementation of a BYOD classroom? And how will you train your students to become digital citizens?